the bark starts to fall off and goes very wet and mushy. So that's what we want to try to avoid. So we'll take a third of it out of the middle and then see what we've got. We've got each one of these buds is a flower which will make a fruit, and we want, with an old tree like this, a fruit every, say, 4 inches, every 6 inches. So we've got way too many, and like here it's really congested, so I would start ripping out a load of these excess fruit and spurs. It saves you thinning the fruit out in the and remember I said about the plum up there being capricious? The green gauge was even more so erratic. Young ones are shy, which become late into cropping.
But this has never cropped.
Does it have flowers?
It's flowers, yes.
But at the bottom you've got something else with prickles.
I'm thinking of looking at that. Good spotting it as a sort. It's isn't it coming up off something else? Is that bottom bit rootstock? Which I think so. Yeah, this is here, isn't it? Yeah, this is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, there it is there,
It's all
look.
spiky like that one you...
Yeah, it's all spiky.
Right.
So this, you want to cut this is the root coming up. See it there, look. Get rid of that. I think that's silver leaf fungus. See that bracket? Which we saw with that other dead tree over there. See it up there? Yeah. I mean, I would just leave it, I suppose.
It ought to be cut down so it doesn't do anything, and all it does is swamp this yellow plum, which are rather nice plums on this.
Well, that does alright, okay.
And then next door to that is a Victoria.
Obviously, if it's got a bit of silver leaf, it's a disease it's a reservoir for disease. So
Is that a mirabelle?
is it a mirabelle or yellow plum?
Very small yellow.
Well, no, they're not small, they're large.
Oh right,
You got your gloves on now. Oh, it's a yellow plum then, yeah? It's got a thing called brown rot. They're mummies. You're not the only ones with mummies. Plums have mummies. See them hanging up? Yeah. They're like little prunes. They're mummified.
That little black thing
out.
on the base looks like a grape.
God, I thought you could, that's not a bad thing, is it?
We just want to eat the plums, yeah. Look, see them there? They're mummified. Mummies were buried in the desert, dried out, weren't they? See them? And it's a increasingly problematic disease in North Wales. It has, in the last 10 years, it has evolved. This tree hasn't, our Victoria plum hasn't, any other plums haven't evolved because they're made vegetatively. Something has happened to make brown rot more aggressive, or maybe climate's changed and makes it more susceptible. But wherever you go now, you'll see lots of mummies in your dams and hedgerows, for example. And what happens is, you come down here and you look at the lovely yellow plums and you think, I'll pick them tomorrow. And you come tomorrow and they've gone bang, they pustulate, they explode almost, and then they dry out and mummify. So what you have to do is pick them early and eat them funguses. You're not really aware of it when you eat them. You have to pick them a bit earlier.
Are you excited, Mike, about your plums
You might
next
end
year?
up like the alien when they all explode and mumful. Obviously, it's some bad pruning like there, where there's that big stub. What?
No, yeah,
It's pretty crap, isn't it?
I mean,
you can't. I couldn't stand here and say, look at that, and not mention that crap pruning. You wouldn't think much of me coming all this way. And broken, you know, so it would help to clean that up. Look at that one there, look at that one there.
Bloody raining.
Especially
there was a lot of, I ought to say in my own defence, there was a lot of storm damage on this tree, and I really had to do something to it.
Yeah, but that was a storm of 86, wasn't it, or whatever it was? Not...
No, it was 2 or 3 years ago.
So really, there's...
Right, but we could just move on to the next one.
Well, that's your mummy's up there anyway.
This is Victoria plum. similar age, well, sort of 35 years old. And yes,
Is this root again?
I don't think it is that
No, I
one.
don't think it is. It's coming down low.
Definitely.
I mean,
yeah, what can you say?
yeah, you don't
It's
want
been
to.
neglected.
Yeah,
Yeah, like they all have.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you
But they fruit well.
if you've got rid of some of
Yeah.
this dead stuff because you've got nothing better to do with your life, you don't want to employ someone like me to mess about for half a day up ladders doing that, do you really?
Well, not if we have to pay you.
No.
Right, next one. What I call
Again, keep your eye on it because Victoria is erratic. Tons. If you've got tons,
I know.
thin them out, and then you'll get.
you
Then,
So probably
what,
something.
Yeah, it's a lovely tree.
lovely tree, yeah.
It is a beautiful tree. It's a really good cropper as long as the frost doesn't
I mean,
get
you
the blossom.
could take some of that
Uh,
high stuff
Yeah.
out
But I-
if you could be bothered.
I mean, I really like the shape of this tree,
Yeah.
and it crops really well.
Well, if you took that one out, you'd still get a nice shape.
Yeah. But they are hard to
Have you
pick.
got a picker?
Only a pair of ladders in the hand.
If you get,
Yeah,
you can buy them the sort of telescopic
Yeah.
picker with a bag.
yeah.
The trouble and with grippers, you tend to go like that, and they tend to flip over you. What I use is, 4-inch soil pipe.
Yeah.
Get a length of that, preferably unused. Get a grinder and cut like teeth at the end, just like do, yeah. And then you can push
All
it
right.
under,
And
and it will fall down the tube. You shove a bit of old foam up the end, and you cut a cut out here.
Yeah, right.
So you push it under and twist.
Yeah.
It comes down the tube,
Yeah, right.
hits the sponge, and then you put that in your picking bag.
Yeah.
Because the best apples are always on the very
Of
top.
course. And then if you have a bit of string, you can have it over your shoulder.
Right.
It will take the weight. With smaller ones, you can have a bit of 2.5-inch grey downspout.
Just tell Trevor how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But I do recommend don't dismantle your sewage system just to pick a few apples. It's not that expensive to buy. Well, it's up to the owner, isn't it?
Well, is that more than a third?
Yeah, you could take that. You could cut that there at that crutch there, couldn't you? You
Yeah.
could take and you say that's me done.
Yeah,
Just give him the bill, sit here,
yeah.
a bag, cup of tea, and then give him the bill.
Well, I called it
I mean,
Charles
it'd
Ross.
be nice
He
to,
disputes what it's called.
look,
So I-
thin
I-
all this stuff out.
We've only just had other people.
Charles
tell us
Ross
what it
shot
is.
me scabby here. This is a nice open location, isn't it? But look at the actual tree itself is really congested, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So the microclimate, it's nice and open, but the microclimate when this is full of leaves,
Yeah.
you could look at all this stuff. Open that out a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Newton Wonder.
I think we agree this is Newton Wonder.
Got brown right up there, Dean.
Yeah.
To avoid, if you prune your trees, if your apples are getting
Scab.
what you call it, brown rot.
Yeah.
If you prune after February, in February the brown rot spores are in the air we breathe. Prune after February, then you don't get it. Or you're less likely to get it, yeah? You get rid of that stuff at the bottom,
Yeah.
because that's all just dead, isn't it?
Yeah.
Again, you could like get rid of that big thing going up the top there, couldn't you? But it needs, because it's never been done for years, it's really thick, the canopy. You should be able to throw your hat through the tree. That's what they used to say in the old days, especially that sort of hat, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right.
So you'd have it open.
Yeah.
And so that's why you're getting scab here in a nice open orchard, in fact. It's not, I thought it was down in the dell there, but it isn't.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Well, yes. I mean, how are you?
Well, look how thick it is. It's thick. So you've got a damp microclimate, which is aiding and abetting your scab.
But the Charles Ross, that tree there, I would rather not touch because the apples on that They are perfect. They're not very large, mind you. No, those aren't. The Charles Ross aren't scabby. They're really clean.
I think so.
Oh no, these are, but those aren't. Those are really clean. But this tree needs something doing too. Yes, I agree. I'd rather leave that one.
I'll take some and I'll
have a look
compare
at
them
them,
with
yeah.
my books.